understand what we do and make them feel welcome. So that's why I think Buckeye Brigade is important.
Hey, what row were you?
Pardon me?
What row?
M row.
All right.
Good question, Tony.
The H row.
So, Caleb just wanted me to say that their main goal is uniting soccer fans at OSU, getting them interested in the crew. There's a $20 membership for Buckeye Brigade. Get you a scarf. You don't have to hang to pay with them, but
you have to pay to hang with them.
To hang with them.
Yeah, this is like a whole different kind of organization.
Todd, sit down.
You don't have to be a student either. Thank you. Their events are held at F1 Tank, Midway, which is apparently across the street from the Ohio Union, and 4th Street. They do stand in 139 and tailgate with everything. And Logan Pester and Caleb Williams are the ones in charge. If you know them at the tailgates, that's where we talk about possibly coming up. I'm done.
This has been Panking with Tang. From HSH.
Give her a microphone.
She doesn't need a microphone.
Yeah, Todd didn't need a microphone.
Okay.
Hey.
Hi, Katie.
Hi. Hi, Katie.
So Wiggins this year. If we're not at the stadium, we're at Hen Docks as always. It's our 10th season with you guys, so you haven't killed us yet. Not much going on yet this year. Memberships are available online. Go to the website. John's here too. I'm not by myself.
What's the shirt look like?
Woo! Secret. I don't have anything else to tell you people.
Polar plunge!
For all the details, Katie, that's truly like.
Polar plunge.
Katie, polar plunge.
Plunge.
Oh, yeah, sorry. February 21st is the Polar Plunge at the zoo. We've done this for a couple years now. Yeah, Donnie's doing it too. We are usually pretty consistently second in raising money for this. We would love to be first this year. So you have a week to get us there. Please help us. It goes to the Special Olympics of Ohio. We jump in a pool next to the polar bears. It's really cold.
How much will go without donating money, Katie?
So you can find. Sorry.
The Nordic Facebook page.
Nordic Facebook page. I will post something tonight. Or you can find me, give me your email. I will email you about it. You can also go to the Polar Plunge page itself. And our team name is the Nordic Plungers. So, 3 different ways. Come find me if you're confused. I apologize.
I'm confused all the time.
Congratulations on 10 seasons.
Johnny, you're going to take it. Johnny, what you got first this year, Johnny?
Hey everybody, I just want to second what Katie said. Polar Plunge is a great event. Come on out. It's my 3rd year doing it, I think, and every year I think I lose a little bit of myself, and it's a great fun. So,
His wife likes that.
Yeah, I'm done married for Murder's Row. We've been together now. This is our 5th season, I believe, and we started in February of 11. Back in the U.S. Open Cup game when it was 2 degrees out, and I think we realized we were the only people in the stands. And,
that was CONCACAF Champions League. CONCACAF Champions League.
Yeah, whatever you said, that sounds good.
Get it straight.
Moving on, yeah, we come out here, we usually out here at, 8 a.m., probably around noon, before every game. Like Morgan said, we're in the parking lot tailgating. We always welcome everybody out. Our main goal is to have everybody feel welcome, have a good time, and go mental for the crew. We're here to support the club, have a great time. Logistically a little bit, like most of the other groups, we have a membership, $20, get you a nice t-shirt. I heard it got leaked on Facebook by somebody, I don't know who that was. But it's a cool design, check it out, check out our Facebook page, more info on that. And yeah, come on out, join us. We always want new members, always want people who are crazy, like to drink a couple beers, or 20, and have a good time. So, anybody have any questions about Murder's Row?
Nobody.
You don't normally look like that. When are you getting a new cooler?
For real? A new styrofoam cooler in the middle of last season, so I think it's Thanks, I'm looking forward to that cooler this year. All right, LTA, here we go.
My name is Blanca Rico, and I'm here representing LTA. I recognize some people. This is the second year that my husband and I are leading LTA, so we're kind of restarting, trying to get new members, more people. We're always tailgating. You can tell that we're there by the grill because we're cooking. It doesn't matter what degree it is outside. Everybody's welcome to LTA. La Turbina Amarilla is what LTA stands for, in case anybody doesn't know. We also will be starting our memberships this year, like we have in the past. I don't have a set price yet. It'll probably come here in the next week or so. Like I said, we're kind of restarting, kind of revamping everything that's either been done or hasn't been done over the years. But if anybody has any questions, usually we're right next to Crew Union. I don't know if they're doing the same thing this year where we're going to be assigned places or whatever for the tailgates. But if they are, then we'll be right next to Crew Union like we were last year. But if anybody has any questions, we'll be there. Or come up to myself or my husband, the one with the cell phone back there. Thank you.
So what do we got next? Justin McKinney, Elevation Army. What do you guys think? Drinking parking lots? All right, who's next?
Don't we all drink in parking lots? Hey, what's going on? I'm Justin from Yellow Nation Army. Our thing is getting out there early and tailgating, just like so many others, except we like to throw a little theme in each one. So every tailgate is something different. We do a beach tailgate every year. We do a hip hop 40s tailgate every year. We do yeah, No Pants was the beach tailgate last year. Yeah. It was a good one.
Still burned into my retina. Odell without a shirt on, right? Oh no, I didn't see that.
Every year we do a lot of the same ones, popular, like the ones I just mentioned, but we also throw in a couple of new ones every year. So you have to wait and see what those are. We like to keep those a surprise. We have a great bartender over there in Joy Napoli.
Please tip your bartender.
Katie said you look like a 70s porn star, by the way. One of the same after so long.
Are now homeless, so you fit the part.
We do a lot of cooking too. Tony's been in charge of the cooking. This year Tony's gonna kind of be away a little bit during the pregame stuff, but we're gonna have some. We'll still be cooking and have different things out there. But post game, couple games, we'll be out there doing a full meal post game, kicking the ball, deep frying, anything. If you got something deep fried, you bring it along. Tony will deep fry.
Deep fry everything.
Our memberships are $17, $15 in that range. Just kind of depends what the price is. The shirts I hear last year they were $17. We got scarves, hoodies. This year we're gonna have hats. Hoodies are new this year. So lots of different surprises. We're out there, a few hours before the game tailgating, so just swing by and see myself or Tony or Joey. We'll be more than happy to tell you about us. First tailgate of the year just happens to be right before St. Patrick's Day, so we have a St. Patrick's Day tailgate. We will have lots of Irish car bombs for everyone to enjoy. We will have some beer. We will have my Irish brisket that I make every year, so everyone can come nosh on that. It'll be a good time. If you have any questions, you can see us afterwards.
Questions? I got questions.
Yes.
Any more Speedo bets?
There has not been a Speedo bet this year. Should we make another Speedo bet?
Yes! Yes!
Right now. Somebody pick something. Joey, bet me a Speedo bet. Come on. Agree to it.
Man up, Joey.
No more Speedo bets. Thank you, Justin. Good luck figuring out how much your memberships cost. Okay. Last. Through you. Is that what you guys? Okay.
I'm Ben from the Supporters Union. We are in 101, and I believe this year, other than a few holdovers that have been there a long time, we were able to secure all the seats in 101. So it's a pretty big deal for us to get a whole section of the Nordic. Last year we had about 900 paid members, which blew us away, and we're still recovering from Tried to catch up. I think we got a World Cup bump. I'd be surprised if we reach those numbers again this year. Our membership is also $20. You get a little swag bag, a bunch of stuff in there, and we're right by everybody else in the mega tailgates. Kegs, we do cater tailgates. You have the old parts over here. We cook some food for about half the matches or so. Our other big thing is our partnership with Homage. So t-shirts and sweaters and stuff that you see. We're gonna have a women's cut V-neck this year for the first time with the ladies. Plus for that, and at least one other, more for more. And we'll probably have at least one other shirt that we do annually. We'll reveal it at our Christmas Eve party. I believe it's the 6th annual.
I know.
I know, but it's the 6th or 7th annual Christmas Eve. How long we've been doing it. If you haven't been, it's a big party. It's a lot of fun. There'll be a lot of giveaways. We're over at 4th Street for away games and after games right at 4th and 16th. And our other big thing this year is we couldn't let the crew outdo us. So we actually have a new logo this year too. We are upgrading along with the crew. Yeah, actually haven't seen it in years. I try to rip the LC and we couldn't afford it.
Hold it up. Hold it up. Hey! Hard girl.
The outer rings to mimic the new Crew SC logo to pay homage to them. The addition of this thing incorporated in is to show sort of we've been trying to branch out. We do have a group that drives up from Cincinnati and a lot of guys up in Cleveland. We still have the star in the middle of Columbus because that is still home. We used our full name, which is technically Crew Supporters Union. We made the supporters a little smaller since most people know it's a crew union. And it's a long word and the font looks great. And the local 614, for people who don't know, in 2007 when we first started, we were actually known as local 103 because we were in section 103 prior to the Nordic. So that's to pay homage back to our roots in 2007 to show we're all of Columbus now, not just one section. So that's our new logo. We're going to slap it on the scarf and buy some shirts and stuff here. So there you go, crew.
Ben, when will memberships be available?
Christmas Eve party. Hopefully.
Alright, I forgot to say everything.
Too late.
I can't take memberships tonight. I did bring what I could for that. And memberships are $20. Sorry. I didn't know what to say.
Shoot from the hip.
Thanks, Katie.
Shoot from the tip.
Applause for all the supporters. Somebody's working very hard. I don't have any data to prove that. I've never actually seen anyone working on anything. But theoretically, I guess they could work hard. So thank you guys. It was really good. So if you've been here at all during the last couple of supporter summits, we've talked kind of like we touched on the idea of a supporters council. So frequently over the last couple of years, I've said this about 100 times. I've said to somebody, you know what we have? We have a disease in crew fandom. It's called, you know what we should do disorder.
Yeah.
And it goes something like this. Somebody will come up to you and like, dude, you know what we should do? Like a giant banner of Eddie Gavin's head, but it's a lion, and his beard is the main, and it's like, we paint it and stuff, and then we should do that. Oh, okay. We will get right on that. I don't know who we are. And you know what we should do? We should get a bus and go to Seattle. We should do that.
I ain't coming back.
Everyone's okay with that.
You can stay there for sure.
So as
Because the new chant's thanks Seattle. Sorry, my bad.
Is that right, Chris? Yeah. So I've, recently I think we've all kind of realized that I don't think any of that talk is very fair, because there really is no avenue that we offer people who go, hey, what we should do is this, to actually try those things and to see if they work. There's no wall to throw any spaghetti on, and there's no spaghetti. Our spaghetti budget is very low this year. So Alex Stanek, for instance, sent Katie a gigantic email. It's unnecessarily complicated and long. But if you look in it, it takes a couple hours to figure out what the hell he's talking about, but he does have 2 or 3 good points in 50 that he listed. And it kind of illustrates the point. What do we do with that email? It kind of just sits there. And, how do we go about, organizing new chants or getting into the stadium earlier? Who do you talk to? Frankie? By this time, he's so jacked up on caffeine that he's in a coma somewhere. Dressed in weird clothing, taking Instagram selfies. Nobody knows. Todd Fichtenberg, I don't know if he's here, but he tried to get together he said, what we should do is get a bus together for New England for the last playoff game. It was a really good idea. It never happened, because there was no avenue to get Nor on tour started. I know Alexis and Ryan are here. They got married this past year, and they went to Walmart, and to raise money for Tifo Sweat, they registered as a couple with the names Ryan Sweat and Alexis Tifo. So you would go to Walmart and go, hi, I'm here to buy for the Tifo Sweat wedding. And they're like, oh, sure, here's the a lot of people register for paint, plastic, and brushes.
But it worked.
It was a really good idea, and I think that they have at least one more good idea. In the next 5 years, you guys might come up with something. Who knows? I'm pretty sure. Jerry Legend is here, unfortunately.
The legend?
There he is. There he is. He has some really good ideas. Maybe not that many, a couple, maybe one. About new songs and new chants. Where do you go with that? Who do I talk to about the songs? I don't know. Whoever's the drunkest and angriest.
Tony.
It doesn't make sense. Yvonne is here somewhere. She's super hyper good at being friends with everybody, and she has super sweet ideas about being nice and reaching out to people. It sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me, but it might work.
Why'd you fire Petke? Who's my answers?
Luis Robles is the only good thing going at this club.
So, I've highlighted problems, and I know it sounds negative. There's not really a lot to be upset with right now, but that stuff is a hindrance to us becoming the best possible collection of fans that we can be. And the cure to this is organizing, being more in contact with each other, and providing an avenue for people to go, I have a really good idea, and letting them try it. And my whole thing has always been in business and life and in sports and anything, the more people you have that care together, working on one thing, it's going to literally, you cannot screw that up. But Seattle's a primary example of how that's not true, but for the most part, Columbus sports like that. So, with all that being said, we're going to move forward, we, the collective we, not just me and Donnie, we're going to move forward with the supporters council for this year. What it is, and I won't bore you with details, a lot of details. I'm going to, at the end of this, tweet out links and publish links to all of the documents that we put together, so you can see how the organization looks and who would be in charge of what and how you can become a part of it. I'm going to tweet out a link to a nomination form. You can nominate yourself. It's a Google Doc, so you just submit it. You can nominate somebody else, and kind of like the subcategories. So you say, we want to get Nor on tour going. It's basically just kind of me right now, and Justin Eats, when he's not living in West Virginia, which is 100% of the time, by the way, dude, work on that. How do we get Nor on tour together? Well, maybe there's a travel committee, right? And they work on not just getting tickets, but dealing with the other front office. getting a bus, talking about parking, being the main contact point for the entire trip, food, hotels, when you leave, when you come back, who drops out, where do we park? Do we have to pay for parking here at the stadium? There are a lot of questions. It's not a one-person job. If we're all working collectively, holding ourselves accountable, I mean, literally, we can do absolutely anything. So, I will tweet that out, take a look at it. I can't tell you, like, timeline-wise when it's going to start up, who's going to be on it, or anything like that. I know I personally, and I can swear that everybody feels the same way here. Don't tell me if you disagree, because I don't want to know about it. But we're going to get this right, and the documents I'm going to put out there, it's just a jumping off point. If something needs to be addressed, if something needs to be fixed, we'll address it. We'll fix it collectively, we, all of us. Because I know that I talk to so many people that go, dude, we should do this. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Just do it. Like, that only works for so long. And then you have guys like Chris Lamacchia who just gets so frustrated that he's like, screw it, we need capos.
Hey, Morgan.
No.
Hold on, I got a serious question. What if I'm not on Twitter and I want to get involved?
Well, my grandmother asks me that all the time.
I know.
What I say to her is, first of all, get out of my room. How'd you get in here? Crazy little bag. Feel free to post it. Do with it what you want.
No, you said you were going to tweet it.
No, I'm going to tweet it. I'm going to publish it. Since I'm not on Facebook anymore, Grandma, Katie Mitchell's going to help me with it. She's going to put it on, we'll put it on the crew subreddit. We'll put it on Big Soccer against our better judgment. And
thanks, Morgan.
All the old people just laughed. That was fun.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. So, it's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of hard work, and anybody can be on this. If you're not an elected official, there is no shutout point here. Everybody can be involved in some kind of subcommittee. All it's going to take is more work. And it's not going to be easy because things that are sweet are not easy. Else they probably wouldn't be sweet. They look like a plastic soccer field. None of those things have any long green shirt or something.
So you mentioned Twitter, obviously.
Yeah.
Supporters council, are you going to have a mechanism for people to participate online if they can't come in person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's already a Twitter handle for it. I bought the website and getting that going, their email addresses. There's, I'm sure I'm forgetting 1,000 different things, but with everybody's help, we can make it happen. Like, the thing that always sucks is going into the meetings about stuff, and you're like, hey, there's 3 people here. Yeah, this is representative of all of us for sure. You'll laugh later about that joke. So yeah, that's it. I seriously, it's going to be a good thing. I'm looking forward to getting it started, with everyone's help, except Alex Stanek, who's nodding maniacally. We can make this happen. So that's that. Round of applause, please. What's that? You didn't ask that. No, I think it's supporter committee. There's like limiting you by 1 letter, so supporter instead of supporters. So, good question. I'm going to tweet that out too. The drafts are already done. Just got to press a button, buddy. Open your gas. That's how it works. Justin Bell is going to get up and talk about Tifo Sweat now. So everybody, welcome the alter ego of Massive City FFC.
Oh God.
He's the worst.
I didn't really know I was listening to this. By the way, Joey, you don't look like a porn star, you look like a Russian writer. So Tifo Sweat is not really a supporters group. I like to say we don't make the supporters groups, we make them sweatier.
Make them sweatier.
We don't have memberships. We don't take money. We don't a bar.
You won't turn away money.
We don't have a budget for beer that we have at tailgates. What we have a budget for is paint and fabric and making things.
Budget is such an overly used word, specifically by you.
We're in a lot.
This concept is scary.
What we did, yeah. Well, like what Morgan was just talking about, I think, by the way, well done. And I would like to say too, this is awesome to see like all of these people here. This is really shocking. I mean, considering where we were not so long ago.
People made stops at home to change, didn't they?
Yeah.
There used to be businessmen here in suits.
I wore this to work today, by the way.
Guilty.
That's a lot.
I wore this.
That's a lot.
I don't know you.
But
You don't know me.
But so like the history of Tifo Sweat is basically what happened was in 2013 when getting ready for the USA-Mexico game, we didn't have a plan for the banners. We didn't have a plan for anything, and everyone was sort of around the country was asking, what is Columbus going to do to show their support? And so over the 3 months leading up to that, we kind of put together this project. And like one of the very first projects, I think there were 5 of us there, and Morgan started singing a song in which one of the lyrics was Tifo Sweat, and it became our anthem, and then it became our name and our code word. And so since then, what we've done is we've grown the last 2 years. And last year, what we did was, how many banners did we put together?
Where's John? 28.
28 different banners, and they were enormous if you saw them. We had them way down there, and we had them all the way across there, and they looked great. We did the Frankie Hater banner, that was Kevin Glenn's design. Give Kevin Glenn we did the very first game last year. We had several banners. We had one on the main stage, which I designed. Don't give me a round of applause.
Round of applause. You got some
But we also had 2 banners on either side of that, which John Zadar's designed. So what we do, and then there's the Guardians of the Galaxy one, which
Not for me. No, that was you.
Well, we all did that.
Guardians against the Galaxy.
So what we do is we have a bunch of people. If you have ideas, if you want to see something big and huge in Crew Stadium, no one said. No one said that's what she said. That's what
I was
yeah, it's okay. But but please contact us. You're more than welcome. This is a group thing. We come up with ideas and we bring them back. Yeah, like John just said, you don't need artistic ability, you need a concept, and we have people who put them together for you and make them happen. And then what we do is we come up with a place, we meet someplace in Columbus, Ohio, or the vicinity, and we get together and we paint. And last year we had several of the crew front office people show up. And I remember one of the guys, one of the members of the crew front office said, if I didn't work for the crew, I would be here every night. And I said, what difference does that make? Please come help. Like, it doesn't matter. Anyone can join. Andy Lognane, who was like here for like 2 weeks, came and showed up and helped paint, and his wife showed up, and it was fantastic. And when we did when we unveiled the next game, you could see it's really cool. You see something we've worked on really hard, night and day, come together and be out there.
We have a helicopter.
We do have a helicopter. We literally have a helicopter. We have video of it. But the way we fund things, also this is very important. The way we fund things is by your donations, by randomly making T-shirts and selling them. Every single dime goes to painting. We are literally, and I'm not exaggerating, literally putting ourselves in crippling personal individual debt to make this happen. So any money that you can contribute is more than welcome. We're right now looking for a new workspace. I met with, where's Tony Long at? Tony Long. I met with Tony Long last night, and we looked at a place above the Wall Street Bar where he owns. That's going to be something that we can use in the future, I think, for smaller projects. But what we need is a big, big space to do big things. And so,
yeah, that's a call to action, by the way. It's not just kind of like, mostly when Justin talks, it's like, shut up, Justin. But no, we are looking for, so if anybody has any leads on any sort of like gigantic space, if you're like, what are we going to do with this gigantic space? I don't know, leave it abandoned. We'll put fabric in it.
How big are we talking?
Large.
Warehouse. Warehouse size.
Tomorrow I'm looking at 2 warehouse spaces, and hopefully one of those pans out. Hopefully both of those pans out, and we can have different stations around the city. But anyway, so there's different ways that you can support, and if you want to get involved, if you're on Facebook, there's a Tifo Sweat page. You can ask to join and we'll let you in. There's no questions asked. There's a Twitter handle, Tifo Sweat, that Mr. Hughes here runs and does a very good job.
Who knows? Who knows?
It's you. You outed me. I had to out you.
We're not stupid.
And there's other ways. So talk to us. Come up to me afterwards or during. You know what? Come up to me while Greg Berhalter's talking, and we'll talk really loud. I'm sure he won't mind. So anyway, there you go. Is there anything you can think of?
No. I can confirm the crippling debt part.
Yes, that is true.
Yes, we have a question back there.
Is there like a PayPal or something that we could broadcast out for donations?
That is a fantastic question. If you go to www.tifosweat.com no backslash, that's dumb. Just go to that first part that I said. There's a thing up there, toolbar, and it says donate. Yes.
Thank you. Now we know.
Very well.
You can buy supplies on that too, right? You can
Sure can.
supplies on that website.
Yes, sir. Cool. Thanks, Justin. Round of applause for Justin Bell. For the buzzkill portion of the evening, we're going to invite Dan Lawley up here.
Heck, just drop it twice, Morgan.
Sorry.
Morgan, when did we get to hear about the drop it twice?
Ashley's gonna give you a book. Are you keeping it?
Yes.
I'd actually rather you not.
Here we go. All right.
This is where I'm home. Well, first of all, I'm really excited about the announcement of yesterday that the Jonksters of the Daily Show, because hopefully we can get rid of you next year. So that's good. That's good.
Okay.
For those of you that don't know me, Dan Lawley, do stadium operations here. So everything from all the ancillaries, the food and beverage, the merch, and all that good stuff. There's my subtle plug. To security and just overall operations. So I help you guys with getting the Tifos up and making sure the the strings don't break and you guys get decapitated or something. I try my hardest. I really do. But I'm here to just say hi, make sure you guys know who I am, make sure when you see me on a game day, I'm really not the big bad jerk that Morgan makes me out to be. I'm a relatively nice guy.
Yeah, you sure are.
Relatively. I have the power. But yeah, if you see me, say hey, let me know if something's up. If you see me around and something is going wrong, just let me know. And we will work on it. I'm a relatively easy guy to get along with for the most part. One thing I did want to hit, because it was brought up last week in a phone call, is that I believe there is some talk amongst MLS supporters groups that the league has gone, I don't know, how would you put it? The league has gone
Loco?
communist on some security measures. And so when this was brought to my attention, I had just got back from San Jose at safety and security meetings not the week before that. And so when it was brought to my attention, I said, I don't really know what you're talking about, because I really just sat on the beach for a couple of days and listened to them talk. So I'm here to tell you that a lot of it is being blown up. Don't worry, we're not going to kick everyone out of the building. The league has actually given me a little more rope, I guess would be the correct. They're actually not going to be on my back as much for every single incident that happens in the building. I should say that we got the season numbers from last year, and overall our incidents were right around the middle. We weren't, we were the lower third actually, so thank you for...
Lower third.
I will go matter. Way to underreport.
And I can share some of that data with you if anybody's really interested.
So I got anything to do with Grant moving to Cincinnati?
Here's what the league did do, and here's what they did change. And I really hope that this is all common sense after I say it, and no one's going to be really upset. However, if you are, I'll be sitting behind the bar with a beer, and we can talk about it afterwards. There are 5 violations that are now called threshold violations, which means that you
listening?
Tony, you need to pay attention.
Tony, why are you walking away?
I'm trying to give people beer. He's out.
Stand up for the speaker. Or did you just sign a waiver that you heard this?
I wonder if any of these things are things I've ever done and gotten away with.
So there are 5 threshold violations, and this means that you have screwed up so bad in not just Crew Stadium, but in any MLS venue, that you have now broken the threshold to an MLS violation, right? So what would that be? Did you stand on the back of a bleacher and jumped up and down? No, they don't care, to be quite honest. I have to deal with you on that. And I'm not going to deal with it, to be quite honest on that. Here are the 5 things. Number 1, assault and battery. So, okay. Anybody have a problem with assault and battery being a threshold violation?
Accidents happen.
Tony?
You can't
Hey,
assault the women.
it's called 50 Shades of Grey. Sometimes I like it.
It sounds Thursday. The second one is racism, sexism, and etc. Anybody got a problem with any of that?
Can you explain etc.?
Etc.
Yeah, what does
is
etc. mean?
Not a problem with it, a problem with it being against the rules.
There we go. All right, the next one.
Not a lot of people raising their hands.
Field jumpers. So you've now committed an act of jumping on the field, which is bad. Trespass. Thank you.
That doesn't include shooting, that's a separate incident.
Right, that I have a cookie for you if you do that.
Tony is our lawyer.
Right, that's sit closer. The next one, criminal behavior. So just being a criminal in the stadium. Again, I hope that's not shocking. And then the last one, pyrotechnics. So
Communist!
Define.
That Orlando can do it.
So again, you violated a law because pyrotechnics in a building are illegal. So.
Are we allowed to light our own cigarettes in the smoking section?
No! If you are in the smoking section, you just may not use a flare to light your cigarette.
That takes all the fun out of it.
So here's what I'm getting at. If you do any of those 5 violations, you get to come see me, which you'll probably also be seeing a police officer for most of these, and we'll talk. And then the next day, you'll get a call from Major League Soccer, and they're going to tell you that you have to take a class. So they are going to the NFL model now, where there's
Freaking Lord, are you serious?
They're going to do driver's ed. He's not joking.
Just remember, none of you are going to commit crimes, so don't worry about this.
Can I audit your class?
This is where I do actually want to be serious.
Well, not at the moment, I'm
So
sober.
you will have to take this class if you want to come back into any building, and the class is $250. 50 of which, hold on, 50 of which can go to a charity, and so we'll
Tifo sweat.
figure out what charity.
Tifo sweat.
Are you a 501c3?
You need to be one.
Hashtag, dude.
Is your 501? No? Okay. So that's where I no longer have control over the situation. So don't screw up that bad, and we won't ever have to worry about this. If we do screw up that bad, then I got to worry about it, and I don't really want to worry about it, to be quite honest, because I got better things to do on a Monday after a Saturday game, like celebrate a win.
The other $200 is allocation money, we just give it back.
Okay, Dan, I have a question.
Question.
Yeah, please tell me the Chicago Fire supporters are going to get the same speech, because when they come here, I can't guarantee I won't get be crossing one of those thresholds.
We segregate, so I stop at the Indiana line telling the speech. Yes, this is a completely across the board, all MLS teams. So when you guys go to DC, you have to follow these threshold rules. When you're here, when they come here, it's all the same.
Okay.
So what about
Except the pyrotechnics thing, which is definitely not. So,
Lasers in the
yeah, when you tweet out the evidence, that hurts your case.
Online is forever, people.
Questions? One other item that we have changed, which actually Morgan screwed up on last year, but he fixed it really nice and quickly for me. Drones.
What?
Drones are going to be a no-no in the building. They're going to be a no-no out in the parking lot. As cool as they are, believe me, I believe in them. They're really cool. They're awesome. You get some cool things.
You can't believe in a drone.
There's just a lot of issues with them right now about falling into crowds of people and what can they actually carry. Not that
How are we going to raise Tifo?
remotely think of anything terroristic for those who care about.
Way to go, Morgan.
So that's my buzzkill. Anybody got any questions? Yes.
How will like the racism and sexism thing be dealt with? Like if someone's just throwing out terms, like how does that person get?
Like if I.
So typically when that happens, I will have other people around you. I'll use you as the example that are saying this guy is a moron and he keeps saying sexist things. It's inappropriate, and then I will have you escorted out. We'll have a little chat. What they're really, not what they're really referring to, but the more flagrant violation of this is a corner kick's happening right in front of Nordic, and you're screaming something very vulgar at a player, and that gets recorded.
But as long as it's not sexist or racist, we can say it.
We can say asshole, right?
Or others, etc.
I will walk further away from the corner for that.
Is the subject the only, like what if we're saying bad things about his mother that are sexist? Is it just any sexist or racist?
Do you have proof?
I don't feel your eyes on me.
Can we still scream at the pedophiles?
You got a question?
No, it was just answered.
All right. Yes.
Can we still call out the opposing players that are pedophiles?
I'm just gonna drop the mic twice.
Yeah.
Drop it twice. Anybody else?
Dan Lally, everyone. So yeah, more on tour might be happening. Sent out a survey, people answered it. To be determined. Mega Tailgate, it's happening every week. March and match. Sometimes when Frankie feels like it. Now, on to Drop It Twice. I'd like to welcome to the stage one of the best interns that Columbus Crew have right now.
Yeah, give her like a full
page.
page.
Picked up, have her contract picked up, exercise. Like they're all. I don't know how this thing works, but Erica Grass is going to talk about Drop It Twice.
Can everybody hear me okay? Thank you for everyone to come out. This is actually going to be my 10th season with the club, so it's really cool to see everybody here and the energy in the room, and it's really exciting to be here. Hello. So we're going to talk about Drop It Twice, and I want to explain some of that, and Morgan's going to help me. So Greg came to us actually last season and was really talking about, the energy that's really important to him and the players and the team in the stadium, and you all in this room are the people who create that energy. And we wanted to, talk about ways that we can enhance and assist, and ways that we can really create an atmosphere that other teams don't want to come here and play in. So one of the ideas that Greg had and he's seen around the world is, I'm sure a lot of you have seen, some type of team song or something that is done in unison throughout the whole stadium, where everyone comes together and does something, together. So it's, intimidating and loud for the other team, but also it motivates our team. So something we worked on last year and didn't really get off the ground because the season was right around the corner by the time everybody got here and everything got started. So this season this off season we've been working on it for a while, and we talked to a local band here who actually is here today, Kid Runner. They're over there.
Kid Runner, everyone.
And they met with Greg, and we talked to Greg about some of the ideas of things that he thought would be a good kind of version to play in the stadium. And they came up with a really rough cut. And Greg was in town before they went to preseason. We brought in a small focus group into the office to kind of play, just to get the feeling of what some of you thought, and we got some feedback.
I'll take it from here.
This is where you do this.
So there's like a couple of us in some meeting room over there, and Greg's like, "You guys want to go out and see?" Talking outside of his mouth. You guys want to go out there? We can hear it over the loudspeaker. And so we did, and we go out there. They played the thing, and I told Erica, like, "This is gonna suck. like you're hiring a local band. There's a reason they're not a national band. 'Cause they're that talented.
Feel free to smack them anytime.
Good one. So they played the song.
Walking out.
See you guys. So we went outside and they played it, and dude, it's awesome. Like, it's awesome. And so we listened to it, we went back inside, it was freezing cold, I almost died. All of us had the same opinion over there. We're like, so there's a part in the song where the beat is like, and then it explodes. I've been told by the kids on the street that that's called beat dropping. And so everybody said, that's the best part. Like, it's such a shame, like, it only happens once. And Greg is like the only guy sitting on the other side of the table, and he just kind of, you just don't expect this, like, 40-some white guy to say something that that came out of his mouth. He's like, well, the beat dropping is the best part. And he turns to the kid runner. He goes, drop it twice. You freaked the hell out. This was hilarious. And, the hashtag was born, and
now we're gonna drop it
that's
twice.
the story behind Drop It Twice. And we're gonna hear the song.
Yeah, so we thought we'd play it for you today.
Yeah.
Just get
Yeah.
everyone's input and make sure everyone's on the same page.
Can we play it loud?
Okay, there's two versions. There's a 60-second version and a 90-second version. The 90-second version, Erica's like, hey, let me get bored. That's what you sound. And I said, no, dude, we need to hear like the second drop. We need to drop it twice, because that's what.
And then drop it twice.
So yeah, just drop it.
So
Don't get bored.
JP, if you're back there, you can press play, turn it up, and then we can talk about it.
NIDB.
So,
Hi, Justin.
So just to explain, obviously, those might be the worst speakers I've heard of him so far, but it sounds really, really good through the sound system, even though I know in the end we're sensitive to the first version we played on the sound system. But so the way pre-match will work is the guys will come out of the tunnel, and then we'll do the national anthems. After the national anthems, as everyone knows, when we do the starting lineup, so the fans all the supporters change the last names of all the players, and then this will play up until kickoff. So
All right, I'm just gonna have to say what actually happened here, because I think it's a better story. So, Greg wanted it to be as the players. No, we're gonna do this. So, Greg wanted it to be when the players are coming out, because he wanted it to be like super crazy intense. And the opposite team would be like, whoa, what did we get ourselves into? Urine spilling everywhere. It was gonna be great. But MLS has this thing called the MLS Anthem. Totally original title. Great. Nobody would recognize it if it played. And we were going to do like a Kickstarter, like fund the fines that were thrown because MLS is a terrible organization. And so they apparently said, if you guys do that, we'll kill Crew Cat. And we can't have it. So instead, and it's kind of screwed up because that song is so sweet when it's played on the speakers, and it's like, the national anthem is going to kill that. Just don't do the national anthem. And you just can't do that either. It's like, all these rules, man. So it got switched to after the player entrance, which is like way better. And it's Kid Runner, everyone.
any questions or feedback or anything they want to share on it?
I think it's very interesting, and I like this, and I don't mean this negatively. I like the simplicity of it, and it could be easy for the Nordic to gravitate to this and to come up with some kind of unified movement, jumping or even changing it around when the beat drops and doing back and forth or something.
Can we just say drop it twice when the beat drops?
Try to, and I think if we do it enough, we could get the whole stadium involved, which is what you're talking about.
I mean, it'll definitely take some time to catch on full stadium-wise, but I think, if we start off strong the first match, and I think it can evolve. I mean, I hope that we do this for years and years and years to come.
And if we organize as a group and
The best part about this is
have it
MLS doesn't want us to do this.
which makes it even better.
They're like, no, don't do that. We're like, Okay, so we're doing it for sure.
Boy, know your audience.
If you watch Rick Thomas's post, he'll post things that happen in stadiums around the world. Something like that would be really cool in Crew Stadium if we get the soccer moms and everybody else involved.
I wish. I wish.
Yeah, no,
Chair Bear has a question.
What happened to Yellow Swag?
Sean Vance is, I don't know, dead?
I think the mic's coming to the back of the room.
So Todd was mentioning a unified leader. I think I've seen it in like college football games when the whole, I heard like sort of the chant that's incorporated with that song. The whole stadium kind of like shuffles to the right with the first part of the chant, and then like the whole stadium shuffles to the left. And it's like a really dramatic experience. Because we have pictures, right? So everyone can sort of move through left and right. They might take that up.
Taking everything we've thrown at them so far.
That's great, thank you. I think the goal is for everyone who's involved in this, so this is where we really kind of go to you guys to see what makes the best impact.
Julia.
Sorry, I'm not going to use the mic because, well.
Use the mic.
You
Julia.
can hear me. I can use it if you'd like, but no, that's fine. I mean, when you described it at the beginning, it was that it was something that we were going to chant, but it was just kind of doing. So I guess I'm kind of confused on that part. Is this something we're doing as a stadium, as a chant? Is that what you're
the thought was the like,
Yeah. I think the thought is we were going to figure it out, and the front office has no opinion on it, so.
Well, no, I mean, it was just one of those things, like, I liked the background, I liked the song, it was just one of those things, I understood it as a huge chant that we want the entire stadium to do, and then.
The representation of that song was like piss poor in the Heineken Star Lounge. So, it's outside, like in the, whatever this stadium is called here, it's going to be way better. The Heineken Field, it's going to be way better.
So is there a version of it that has any other lyrics to it at all? Any kind of anything other than just the O's? I like the simplicity of it, but it almost feels like you can even like get the drop it part to be bigger if you maybe sample the players, say drop it once, drop it twice, something that the whole like something that the whole stadium from the O's something simple added to it to say.
That's actually a good point. I was supposed to mention the band. I think you guys can. That's again what I think the fans. You guys can interpret it and support it whichever way you want. Frankie heard the other day. He was.
I know, he's jealous I took his mic.
Great. We're gonna love it. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's not pace ourselves.
Two things I wanted to quickly mention. I think I just said to Morgan, it might help if we do, once we get a better cut of it, that we post it on the internet somewhere so you guys can actually listen to it beforehand. You can actually hear it, which would be helpful. Is that what you were going to say? Good idea. And then the other thing was Sunday, if the response was good today, which it looks like it is, the band is going into record in studio on Sunday, and they, what you guys are here, you can probably speak to it, so we can speak for you, but, do you want to?
I'm trying to get my attention.
So yes, this Sunday, what you heard is just a rough demo of the track. This weekend we'll be going into a studio here in Columbus to actually record the song. And Sunday at 5 p.m. we would love to invite anyone and everyone to join us and record the group vocal chants.
Where?
It's going to be at Vaughn Music Studios, and Erica, I'm assuming we can pass out the address, at 5 o'clock on Sunday. I don't see it lasting more than an hour, but if we could just kind of gather as many people as possible to really make it impactful. The idea is just really, we want to capture the whole energy and the sound of the stadium on this recording. So what better way to do that
That's a very
than
good
the
idea.
supporters?
That's a very good
And
idea.
yes, correct. This coming Sunday at 5. If you can yell, you can be there.
So do you guys possibly have a Twitter account that we can follow?
Yes, we do. At Kid Winter Band.
Fun.
What's his Twitter name? 1 or 2?
Question. Will there be live performances?
Beer.
Not if that song you guys were to just play in this band, right?
That would be awesome.
Oh.
Did you guys have any like ideas on what you thought when you were making this, like what we would do? Like, how did you guys envision it all over the stadium?
When we had kind of talked with a select focus group of supporters here, as well as Coach Greg, and we, again, kind of keeping it simple, so whether you're a longtime supporter or it's your first time here, you're going to catch on really easily and really quickly, that anyone can grab a hold of this song and join in. I think we'd really love to kind of let you interpret it as well, so obviously it's really beat driven, so coming in with just stomps or claps would be one thing to join in. And then obviously moving from there, as energy builds, the O's are going to come in and everyone can join in with the chant. And then basically at every bar, there's like a hey or a crew. We haven't really decided which direction that's going to go, and maybe we'll leave it open to interpretation during the game on whatever you as supporters decide to yell. I think you guys kind of speaking about some of the movements within the stadium, I think that would be so awesome. So any of that would be great.